Hello, my name is Kae Kurd.
Marcus Bronzy, what's going on?
This is Ain't Got a Clue. You already know what it is. Guys, we are 15 days away from our live show. Up the Creek Comedy Club. Go and get your tickets. It's on the 27th of November. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. We've got a couple special guests. It is going to be absolutely lovely. There are still some tickets left. Go on the Up the Creek Comedy Club website. If you don't know how to Google Up the Creek Comedy Club and find tickets for the 27th of November, then frankly, I don't want to see you there.
I mean, that's a level of Clueless that I don't think I can really get down with. I mean, we've probably got a link in the show description as well. If you can't find that and click it,
then
you're not going to make it on the night, are you?
100%. 100%. You get to see me. You get to see Marcus.
Yeah, you get to touch Kae.
No,
officially, you get to touch Kae.
Why don't they get to touch you?
I feel like
they get to touch you as
touching.
No, because you have your arms out as well, so they'll be like, "Oh, can I touch your arms?" Anyway, come and see us live. Also, come to Kae Kurd's Comedy Club December 4th, whatever.
I'll get my arms out if you get the thighs out, bruv. If you come wearing them short shorts,
it's fucking cold,
it is,
bruv.
man.
There's no way I'm
single digits.
The thing is, you came to Kae Kurd's Comedy Club the other night, and
I've made it now. But can I just say before you crack on, amazing show.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Amazing, I enjoyed it.
But it was nice to see you dressed up and out of Crocs. I was like, because I see you so often in Crocs and tracksuits, or shorts, When you actually come dressed up, I'm like, bro, Marcus is sexy, you know? Like, Marcus is actually a good-looking guy.
You know, minutes before you saw me, I was still in the Crocs, bruv. They provide a level of comfort for me that is just unprecedented.
I feel like if I was to create a character of you, like animations on like PlayStation or whatever, it'd have to be in Crocs.
100%.
And those Crocs. Do you know what? Crocs need to shout out, like get out, reach out to you and get you some new charms or a few new pairs or something.
I can't put them on the camera without smashing my phone. If I've got my Mandalorian ones on, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, nobody can even see them.
There you go, spin around. Got my Mandalorian ones on. There you go, bro.
Yeah,
nice.
That's the ones you've got on all the time here, isn't it?
Yeah, man. They're my studio Mandalorian ones. Do you know what, bro? I think I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where you might see me next time at Comedy Club just wearing them. Because they're, bruv, unprecedented comfort.
I have an issue with people that leave the house in socks and sliders and Crocs and stuff like that. I do.
But they would be my outdoor ones. Because I have indoor Crocs. I got driving Crocs. I got indoor Crocs. I got these studio Crocs.
Driving, fair enough. Yeah. But remember, you have to put the back on your...
You don't have to, but I do.
No, you do.
No, you don't.
Legally, you have to wear footwear with a back to it.
Or just no footwear. You can drive without socks.
No,
without
it's
shoes.
illegal.
No, it's not.
It is.
Nah, man. It's not. It's cool.
It is.
Nah, you're fine, bro. Honestly.
Bro,
you Google it. Honestly, it's fine.
Bro, it's illegal.
Google it. Go on.
All right.
Don't use AI.
I am.
He's going to use AI. American AI. That might be American ones. In the UK, you can drive without shoes or socks.
Is it illegal to drive without shoes? Yeah, let's see. Driving without shoes is not illegal in the UK. But it is important to maintain proper control of the vehicle. Rule 97 of the Highway Code requires that footwear must not prevent you from using a car. If driving barefoot affects your ability to control the car, you could be charged with driving without care.
Shit. So your uncle, my uncles, can wear their sliders or their flippy floppies. Ladies, if you want to wear the Pig L 110s or you feel like you can drive in them, you can do those as well.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to drive in shoes.
What a way to do some time. But they should make a law that you should drive in Crocs because, bro, I'm serious, Kay. I feel like when I wear Crocs, I feel more comfortable as a person.
No,
I feel like myself.
I get that.
Yeah.
And they are comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just nice to see you out and about in different things.
In different, like not a tracksuit. Wasn't wearing a t-shirt.
Was it a turtleneck?
I wasn't James dressed like James Bond.
Do you know what?
It was a green olive long sleeve top, some jeans.
I'm trying to think if I saw you in a turtleneck, would I judge you?
I think I'd suit a turtleneck at the right time.
I think you suit a turtleneck, but it feels like when you wear a turtleneck, you start wanting to give financial advice to people.
Oh yeah, man. I think there's certain people out there that might have ruined the turtleneck.
What is it about?
Certain phony snake oil business selling cabbages out there that have been messing it up for us.
When I see someone in a turtleneck, I was like,
yeah, really?
Yeah.
If they have a turtleneck and they sit with their hands, I'm putting my 2 index fingers together, my thumbs together in like an A shape, both sides. If I sit like that with a turtleneck on,
Illuminati.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, this.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
What is it about a turtleneck that gives off?
I It's all right. We're 4 minutes and 55 seconds in. What is it about it? I think what it is yeah. I'll give you the whole idea why. This is my theory, right? Miyake made Apple these uniforms, right? Some of this is true, 100%. Steve Jobs was like, these are great, but I don't think we're going to wear them in the executive board, but I've got enough of these to last me a lifetime. So he just wore that all the time because he had that, right? He happened to be someone that made loads of money for Apple, right? And is considered a business success. So people want to emulate that. So, you know, when people like emulate, I get up at 3:30 in the morning, man. And
oh my God.
I read 7 chapters of my book. I run 10K and then I play with my kids for 30 minutes, all that kind of stuff, right? They want to be like him because I know people, and a lot of people have mates like this. Maybe you got a mate like this. Maybe you got a mate like this as well, okay? They emulate what popular people do or successful people do. And they think if you just do what they do, you will be successful. I think people think if they wear the turtleneck, they're like, they put it on and they go, my IQ has just raised by 30 points or whatever.
Oh, it's like the people now that are like, oh yeah, I'm going to just start wearing the same clothes, like everything in the same, like, you know, where they go, like basically, because you know Zuckerberg, before he had this little glow up, Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs or whatever, they used to wear the same thing every day. They were like, they wear the same thing every day because it eliminates decision making in the morning. And you're like, all right, cool, that's great for them, but like, not you in it, right? Like you just doing that isn't gonna make you a billionaire. Nah. You
could just wake up at 5, put on exactly the same thing every day, which could just be a onesie, and jam PlayStation from 5 in the morning because you've done the first bit, which is getting up, right? You've done the putting on the same clothes, but your activities are not the same.
But it's just a stupid thing. Oh yeah, this is gonna eliminate decision making in the day. Why is David Beckham successful then?
There you go. And my man was going right out of the bag. He was so wrong. Remember he threw on the so wrong? Does he plan his garms like that?
Did you not watch his documentary?
Oh, yeah.
He plans his outfits for the week. So he takes them out of the wardrobe and he puts them on a rail in his bedroom or whatever room. He's probably got like a whole clothing room.
Yeah. Apartment.
Yeah.
We say room.
A one-bed studio.
Best floor.
Yeah, so he puts them on the rail.
Yeah.
And he's like, these are what I'm going to wear for the week. Wow. Imagine that people, like on a Sunday, you go, what am I going to wear this week?
I would love that amount of time to play with. That screams, I am loaded and I have leisure time coming out of my ears. To choose what you wear. Bro, I feel gassed when I can put out an outfit and be like, I'm wearing that tomorrow. That's all ironed and ready and good to go. Instead of like the frantic.
Do you lay it on your bed? Like, I ain't got time for that. Sleep next to it.
I ain't got time for that.
Oh my God, tomorrow I get to wear these shoes. Yeah. Oh my God.
The most I'll do is I'll like hold them up.
Tomorrow I get to wear these Crocs.
Oh yeah. Do you know what, bro? I might wear them on a live show, man. If enough of you ask, I'll wear Crocs on a live show.
Nice.
I will, bro.
Somebody was asking me the other day, like, what would you do if you were rich, right? Basically to the point where like how would you spend your days, kind of thing.
Oh man.
And I've realized that I just train like an athlete every day. I just live like an athlete. That is I'd be doing like ice baths and all of that shit. But like somebody's driving me there, somebody's whatever. I've got someone training me this, someone's training me for this, and then I've got somebody cooking my meals and whatever. And I just
where your training clothes are, you get there and they're freshly pressed and washed. You leave them sweaty, and then you come back and they're washed again.
Exactly, that kind of thing.
They might put them on rotation for you, so you don't always wear the same stuff training as well.
Exactly. So like, So that's what I would do. I just train like an athlete every day, and people will be like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" "Oh, I've got boxing training. Then I've got a Pilates class. Then I'm doing some recovery."
What would you train for?
Nothing. No, you got to spend your days somehow, don't you?
Would you give yourself like a goal? Like, would you give yourself like a marathon, or like I don't know, with fighting sports?
I might even do an Ironman.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But you know when you got money to be like, oh yeah, I'll pay for a swimming teacher to get me to like swim the channel. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Really?
Well, I've got nothing else to do. Yeah. If you've got like, say you win the lottery, you hit the lick. Yeah, you win the lottery. Amazing, incredible. Yeah, people are like, oh yeah, but wouldn't you get bored? Like just yeah, well, I'll train for things. This month I'm going to do a boxing match. This month I'm going to do an Ironman. This month I'm going to do I'll cycle to Budapest.
You just do it, innit? For fun.
Like,
I'd imagine that FaceTiming you. Yo, okay, what's going on, bruv? You're just going, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Cycling to Budapest. All right. Okay, cycling to Budapest. Fuck, it must be nice being rich, boy. Just do whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
but that's like, because I can't imagine myself just sitting at home going, yeah, like for a week it'll be fun, and then going on a couple holidays will be all right. But then after a while you're like, what am I doing? So I'll just find different things to. I'd
find myself doing weird things, but hyper focusing on them, like what you're saying. Like I'd find like I don't know, like
I know what you would do.
Oh no, what?
I think you dedicate a room to Lego in your house.
That would be there'd be like I'd have a Lego room, and then that room would change into I'd like complete Lego. I'd be like, what is the biggest Lego that there is? Like, where's all the Star Trek Lego? I'll do Lego.
I could see you creating a bed out of Lego, creating a bedside table out of Lego.
A Lego room.
Yeah, just for fun.
Do you know what I might do though? Remember Meccano? I never really had the money for that. Meccano was like a kind of like Lego, but it was like you could use it looked like you use spanners and stuff for it.
Oh,
like
shit.
You could make stuff like a Ferris wheel that works. You could do all this with Lego as well, like trains and cars. I'd have a Meccano room. It might become a train set room. I'd be on them weird things, bruv. I'd be in there painting a model.
You say that, but I think you wouldn't even go Meccano. You'd go the whole hog. What? You'd have like, like when you did design technology back in school. Yeah. I reckon you'd have like a whole design technology like workshop in your.
I'd have a workshop. My dream.
So you'd have like a hacksaw in there. You'd have like the vices
everything.
and you went.
And everything would have its place.
Yeah, and it'd be like
that needs a hacksaw that's a size 4. One second, I've got one over here, 3.5.
What did you do today? I made a key ring. 100%. So wait, you've got this whole massive room just to make a key.
I would love going over to people's houses and I'd be like, I'd open your door or whatever between rooms. I go, oh yeah. Needs a little bit of that hinge needs a little changing. I would love to go back to my workshop, do it, or whatever. Or you're like, oh, I've broken a door, like someone's brought a couch in, I'll be like, don't worry. I think my dream home would always have a workshop in it. But I will say to you now, okay, if to go back to the loaded thing, if you were loaded, you do all the training stuff, be honest with me, how often would you check your bank account just to look at the money? You're loaded. How often would you just go, boop?
Probably every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably every 20 minutes.
If you're ever feeling down, innit? If you're ever feeling a bit grey, you just open up your phone and just look at it and go, I'm loaded, man.
Yeah. But you know what? I wouldn't, I know people always say like, well, but I genuinely wouldn't buy all the cars and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but then because then that makes that number that you look at on your phone go down. That's not good.
No, but I'd have one nice car.
Yeah.
And then.
What would it be?
I don't know, but like it depends what I'm feeling at that point, innit? But I'd have one nice car and that's it, really. I wouldn't even build like gyms and stuff in my house.
You don't want a gym in your house?
Nah. I want to get out of the house sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So I'll be like, let me go. Anyway, I'll do all of that stuff. But I just think, do you know what else I would do? I would have a language teacher.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
I'd learn a different language every year.
That's it.
So when you're like, 1 year I'll do Arabic, 1 year I'll do Spanish, 1 year I'll do Portuguese, Japanese.
That is, you know what? I don't care. That is one of the sexiest flexes anyone can do. So yeah,
imagine being loaded.
Anyone. If you know when you're having a conversation, and someone goes, excuse me, senor, I get a bit, and they start talking. You just go, don't like everybody. Unless you also speak the language. Actually, no. Even if you speak the languages, you go, oh.
Exactly.
Educated.
So imagine,
I don't know why,
right, my day starts. Boom, gym, whatever, food, recovery, blah, blah, blah. Spanish lesson.
Yeah.
Whatever, do a bit more training, whatever. Evening, another Spanish lesson. So that's 2 hours Spanish lesson a day. So by the time you get to the end of the year, you're like,
See, I don't even know what that means. After 6 months, I would. Bro, if you're rich enough, do you know what you could do as well? You could be like, I want my tennis lessons in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's my point,
days.
isn't it? So you could, like, you just surround you'd learn languages like that.
I'd want to go for a kooky language as well, though. I'd want to go for one that's a bit left field. I wouldn't expect it, like Russian. Hard language to learn. Imagine that. And I'm in a restaurant. Someone tells me, normale. And then they go, ha ha ha. You go, ha ha ha. Anyway, as I was saying, right?
Do you know what? That would be hilarious, though. Because and this is not but I don't know how many mixed race people know Russian.
Do you get what I'm saying, bruv? I don't know any black Russians personally. No, it's a good cocktail.
No, but there used to be a lot of West Africans that used to go to Russia for uni.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Like a couple of my mates, their dads were like, they graduated in Russia when
I'd love it. Russian would be great. Come on, man. I know Russian, Mandarin.
Do you know what the running joke is online? How there isn't a mixed race. person. Sorry, there isn't a person that a Nigerian man hasn't mated with in the world.
Ah, it's a bit of a dead joke though.
No, online.
Is it?
Yeah, because they're like the other day. I saw this tweet where it was like a Croatian girl that was half Croatian and half Nigerian, and someone was like, "Is there anywhere Nigerian men haven't been?"
Sure, you could say that about British people as well. say about British people as well. Actually, to be honest, let's be honst.
Yeah, it was a running joke. It's a running joke online on Black Twitter.
You know, I'll take the connotations that Nigerian people are very attractive. That's what I read into that as a bit of a low hanging fruit.
I didn't say it. I'm just saying that's what running joke is. But
I mean, there is a you lot. Racism coming.
No. I was gonna say, you guys good looking, man. There's some good. I've seen some good looking mixed race people
within Nigerian culture. There is a saying about Yoruba tribe men as well.
What is that?
I won't say it here, but there are if you go on Netflix.
Oh, is it a bad thing?
Heartbreakers, but if you go on if you got like specifically Yoruba, but they don't say it like that. But if you go on Netflix and you type in,
man said, heartbreaker is the most polite way in which I could say this about Yoruba men. Are you Yoruba?
Yeah, Yoruba.
Okay.
Yoruba.
Makes sense. Now I know what you're talking about.
that's what I'm not just
You're dead as slag.
Whatever. If you type in Yoruba, into Netflix, guys can do this, then you'll see what comes up. The first, actually, shall I say what the first film that comes up?
Yoruba in Netflix?
Yeah,
wow.
Man. You're gonna do it, aren't you?
My Netflix is like...
Yeah, man, there's mad Nigerian films on Netflix now. And we're talking like...
Oh, the other day I
production.
saw a really good trailer for a Nigerian Netflix movie about... it was about a hijacking in like 1992 or something.
Oh yeah, I've seen the people talking about that.
But then everybody in the tweets was Nigerian going, "Oh yeah, did they have these outfits in 1992? Yeah,
yeah.
What kind of plane was that? Oh, iPhones in 1992." And it was just like and then someone was like, "Why do we always have to be negative about our stuff, man?" But it was like, no, I was just spending ages. All right, like Yoruba. What was that called? Flight 1990 something.
It was 1990, Flight 1993. It was called.
All right, Yoruba. Okay, Merry Men. Yoruba Demons. Wait, what?
It might be the sequel.
Oh, 4 of the richest bachelors in Abuja. Abuja isn't even... Abuja's in the north. Yeah. Nigeria enjoy a life of fast cars, palatial homes, and female attention while concealing their true activities. While concealing their true activities. What are their true activities, bro?
For that, you got to get onto Netflix and watch the whole show.
Merry Men, the real Yoruba demons. Oh, it's rated 15.
Yeah, man. It gets a bit fruity in some places, gets a bit spicy.
Hey, hold on. Happiness is... Turning 40 was meant to be a low-key event for Princess, but when her best friend throws her an unforgettable party, her world is shaken up. I need to watch... Bro, this is like a whole...
It's got proper production value as well.
Do you know what pisses me off about Netflix?
Yeah.
These will never just come up if I go into films.
Of course not. What does the algo throw you?
All right, so let's see what it's thrown at me.
Because obviously I'm just like sci-fi.
So you know my brother's one?
Yeah.
He watches Arabic and Spanish and all sorts. So when I go on his Netflix,
yeah,
I'm like, what the what is this?
Yeah.
So my one is just like...
your bro's one of them guys. He can like be at the restaurant and turn around and just start talking in another language, innit? How many languages do you speak?
5. 5 languages.
Damn!
So my one is today's top picks for you. Receiver, The Lincoln Lawyer, Love is Blind, Monsters, Meet Me Next Christmas, Arcane, Gangs of London, The Comeback, John Wick, Nobody Wants This, Plane, Investigation Alien, A Man Called Otto, Brassic, Formula One Drive to Survive, Sprint, The Last Dance, Ancient Apocalypse, The Evolution of Black British Music, Martha, Prison Break, Together, Treble Winners, Fuck Off.
Is it what you think you'll love? Is that what it says?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. And then there's like Crowd Pleasers, Cobra Kai, Beckham, all of that sort of stuff. Like mine's pretty like, oh yeah, look, US sports TV programs, dark TV dramas. I think this would be a good idea for a show to try and go through people's Netflix searches. Award-winning films.
It's certainly safe.
See, my one thinks I'm some Award-winning films. Look at it. Look at what it gives me.
What's it got you?
Straight Outta Compton. Second one, American Gangster.
Right.
Chef. Then one with Tyrese, four brothers. Then Quincy. then Top Gun Maverick. Then what? Boys in the Hood. Then Equalizer with Denzel. Then Blood Diamonds, and it gives me
I can't see it, sorry.
Digimon Honsu on the front of it. Then Jumanji with Kevin Hart on the front of it. The Green Mile. You know what they say? Like they put like.
Oh, there are different thumbnails. It's like K enjoys consuming black film. There you go, bro. It's got you, bruv.
It's just like, anyway, that's hilarious. But like,
that'd be a good show. That'd be a good podcast idea, actually. Ask people about their Netflix because they'd be happy to share it because there's nothing too dodgy on there, innit? Because what I'd love to listen to as a podcast is your internet search history, like unfettered access. But
there
no one's
was
gonna do that.
something where you can go on whatever AI thing you use and ask it to. If you tell it to, there's a prompt basically that if you tell it to act like the CIA, to create a
profile of you.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I had that prompt, I'd love to do that now and read that out. That'll be hilarious, bruv. I'll do it outside the show, and if it's cool, we'll read on it. I'd love it, man. I'd love it.
Like, this person is what.
Yeah.
But you
hides behind a mask of comedy and podcasts.
I think what you would need, but I don't think you're too truthful enough on your socials for it to take the information out.
But it's like when you ask it to roast you, it will get creative. I'd love to see like what it would take.
I've never asked it to roast me because I feel like we're just feeding into.
Big man, if you ask it to roast you, it's flipping good, you know. I can't remember. It's somewhere in my chat GPT somewhere I did it. Bruv, the roasting that occurred, was savage. Like, I read it and I was like, you know when you're laughing, you know the meme where it's the smiley face but the tears behind it? I was laughing at it as I was reading it. I was like, that's kind of funny, yo. But yeah, man, you didn't want to do it. You don't want to get the roasting.
No, I think there's a lot of stuff online that is just funding or just fueling AI learning.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I'm like, I don't want to be part of it.
You know that though, just because of, just this hour of the podcast, but the amount of content you've put out there, bruv, you are part of the internet.
I haven't asked it to do it, so it hasn't searched for it. Do you know what I mean?
I think you're so much on the internet now that the internet could pretend to be you for a bit. I think it could pretend to be you for a bit, and it couldn't go the whole way and get away with it.
So what I've done before is I've gone to ChatGPT just as a joke, and I've gone, tell me a joke about blah 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 in the style of. And I've put different comedians in as to see how, and I've sent it to them. Yeah, and it's surprisingly good at getting a mannerism. It's shit at writing a joke, but it's surprisingly good at getting the mannerisms.
Shit, we did a live show where I did one for you in it, and you were like, "Jokes all right," but you're like, "That is in the right direction of where I'd probably take that." Yeah.
It's like the other day I was thinking about like jokes based on the Trump presidency. I've got one I'll tell you off air, but I think like
I'll be honest with you, Kay.
Not Trump itself.
I'll be honest with you though. One of the worst things about this, and I can't even say the name. Let me balance it. Kamala. I know that there are certain comedians rubbing their hands for the next 4 years now because
I don't even think so. You know, I don't think so. Honestly,
bro, it's he is that dude. If you want to make content, he's the guy for you. I could start a new Instagram page now where all I did was comment on his content and it would blow like no other page. He did
something the other day, and I can't lie, it was funny.
I'll give you a minute to get it out of your system, bruv.
He was like...
Because I can't, man. I can't.
He was like, where are they telling us to go to Afghanistan, right? And then he was... Anyway, I'll
Nah, go on. You might as well finish it off you started.
He was basically saying, like, oh yeah, it would be good for all women in the United States to wear burqas because it means you spend less time getting ready. But the way he delivered it was hilarious. Anyway, I tweeted it. Look, I didn't understand the whole breakdown of people were having. Like he hadn't already been in power before. It was like people were crying their eyes out on social media going, oh my God.
I get that. But do you know what I think it is? I think everyone's come to I've come to the realization of it. You know, like how I had to come to the realization that men are trash. Mm-hmm. We get that, yeah? And we're quite stupid, yeah? Like, that's why the whole bear and men in the woods thing, I'm like, I've got no argument with that.
Yeah.
Right? Human race is trash. We are trash, bruv. I know, like, if I was a betting man, here's how I know for it. I think of it, if I was a gambling man and you were to give me some money and say, the human race has a decision to make. Are they going to fumble this and fuck it up for some short-term gain? Are they going to do it for like, oh, my money is going on short-term gain every single time?
How often do I tell you we shouldn't be allowed to vote?
Yeah, but the problem is there, though, is a human has to make the decision. Someone has to make a decision that person is a human, unless we hand it over to Skynet. Yeah, and let them make the decisions for us. And even then, what is it? What do robots do when they look at it? They go, "Yeah, you lot have." It's like the mechanic goes, "That's a write-off, bro. Need to start again."
I think it's going to cost a lot. I don't think either of the candidates they had in America were like particularly impressive.
Yeah, I know, bro. But I say this all the time: kick me once in the nuts or twice. I'll pick the kick. If I had to pick, you're kicking me once in the nuts. Yeah. And my hopes are the next time I have to choose is there's no kicking in the nuts. That's it, really.
Do you know what the other thing is, though?
And also, I'll be honest, one of the dudes is a convicted felon, and I still can't get over thinks it's acceptable to say that you can just grab a woman by the pussy, bruv. I can't get over that. That's like when there's certain MCs in the UK that did nefarious things, everyone was saying, you can't roll with them anymore. I can't roll with that dude ever again.
No, of course.
Imagine I got caught saying that. Imagine you walked in a room, and I was grabbing someone by the pussy that I didn't know. You couldn't sit next to me again, bruv. No, you couldn't be like, that was a long time ago.
No, I couldn't. I will say one thing, though. No, I wasn't going to back him. Don't like the way you were laughing. I was like, I was going to back him.
Like, at this moment.
No. I think that there's a lot of those political elites that have done worse things than that, or similar things to that, or have similar feelings to that. They just haven't been caught on camera 100%. Or heard saying it.
100%. There's people worse than Epstein.
And I think the other thing is, you see, the reason I feel like people vote for him is, you know, this whole tells it like it is thing that people say a lot of the time. Oh yeah, he tells it like it is. I think it's just not using big words sometimes. And that's why, and people go, man, he's a man of the people.
There's that.
Generally, yeah. Like, I think when people, like, all right, let's say for example, in this country, yeah, forget America, yeah. But you know when people go, this is an absolute blah, 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 blah. And when they're saying it like that, people are like, oh yeah, it's like, I don't really relate to him. You can't go to the park. But then like somebody like Boris comes along, or Farage, for example. Farage just goes,
I get it. If a man says, I'm going to cut the duty on tobacco and we should see a 5% reduction over the next 2 years, or a man goes, I'm going to knock £1 off the price of your fags, mate. Someone's going to go, you know what? I like that guy.
Exactly.
So every time I go to the shop, my cigarettes cost £1 less. But here's why I think humans all over the world will vote in the direction that they do. Is they're in a life raft. They've got in a life raft when shit's gone down. The ship's sunk or sinking. They're in a life raft. They're safe. And they look at people that are like drowning a bit far away. They look in their life raft. It's nice and dry. They've got some supplies in there that will last 2 weeks. If I pick up the person that's outside the life raft that looks like they're drowning, that's only 1 week's of supplies, you know. Oh man, what if I just turn my life raft around and look away? I think that's what it is. It's just, that's why you've got...
So you think everybody votes like Rose from Titanic?
100%. 100%. There's space on that. There's space on... There was space on the door. Don't let go. Let go, bitch. I'm frozen. Yeah, I think that's why you got like immigrants that are saying like... that are not legal immigrants that are saying, even though the way that they make, how's it when you come in but then you get your citizenship, right? I'm not smart enough to give you the proper like legal language around it, and they're like, that's maybe how I came into the country, but I don't think it's acceptable for any more immigration. And I'm like, well, what? Like, because you're in a life, bro, innit?
There is a lot of older immigrants that I talk to,
yeah,
like let's say our parents' generations,
yeah, first gens
that are proper against immigration.
Yeah, it's life raft stuff. You're right, bruv. Bro, you trying to tell me
it's very funny because
we ain't all got a racist uncle. Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, all right. Okay.
We worked. Yeah. And that's all it is. I think that's
we came here legally.
Yeah.
You didn't see me on a boat.
Yeah.
We didn't see me on a boat. I came here legally.
Yeah.
I did. We used to work.
Yeah.
I used to, not like these lot.
Used to get up, yeah. Used to earn my money. Listen, I bought my house cash, yeah, but I put half of the amount down. Yes, it only cost £2,000, but I bought my house cash. I saved.
I wasn't spending my time 4 in a room.
Yeah, I went to the bank and I told him I want that house over there, and he asked for 3 weeks of pay slips, and I did. I proved it, due diligence. I did it, and I got me. Do you know what you have to do to get a house now? It doesn't matter, mate. Just work hard enough, and it will come to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of old immigrants that are just like.
Yeah, man. I think that's, you said something before, and I didn't realize people are way more conservative than I think. And I don't just think conservative in the meaning of keeping things how they are. I think it's conserve oneself-ative. That's what they are, bruv. And I also clocked, bruv, all these politicians, they're just people, bruv. They're like, yo, let me just get my check and fuck off. I don't care. Listen,
well, that's why
I'm old now.
But that's why I always say, give politicians £1 million a year, and then make sure you're getting the best of the best.
Yeah, man.
Because the amount of politicians we're getting that are like you go through their LinkedIn and it's just, oh yeah, I worked as a volunteer giving out leaflets, and then I graduated to parliamentary aid, and then it's like, brother, have you ever fucking done a job? It's like someone being head of podcasts at a company and then they've never done a fucking podcast a day in their life.
Well, you know, you've just said something that is woo. If you are in the industry of audio, that is a very fascinating thing to say.
Yeah, I'm going to be head of radio, and I've never fucking done a radio show or worked in, like...
Yeah, it's mad, like, head of podcast, never done that. Yeah, right, so, here's what I was going to say, right? Is there a industry which is performance-based that we can take that skill set or that performance-basedness and apply it to politics and get that performance out of it? Could there be a draft system of such? Could we have a Premier League table of politicians?
I reckon you could get Sir Alex Ferguson. And he'll, well, not now, but I reckon about
prime Alex Ferguson.
I reckon he would have just been like, well, look at Arnie.
Yeah,
Arnie made politics look easy. He was just like, right, let me get some nerds.
Yeah,
he got some nerds. They fucking told him what's what, and he's just like, well, it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah,
like do this, that, and the other.
That's what all politicians are meant to do, though. Just hire up the nerds.
No, but they don't, oh man. But you know what it is? Because he's rich, innit? Yeah. So he was just like, I remember, he's like, yeah, so I didn't think that, I mean, what's that? He's like, it's a pittance for me. Yeah. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Like that, when he's looking at like 160 grand a year and he's like, what is that, bro? That's nothing to me kind of thing. Just donate it. That's the kind of person I think you want in charge.
Because they don't need it.
Yes.
Because they don't need the job.
Yes.
That kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I don't like is, I would describe myself as a pragmatist, right? I feel like what I don't like about a lot of left-wing politics is people are like, no, it has to be exactly my way, right? Do you know what I mean? And you're like for example, if there's a bunch of tower blocks being built, they were like, oh no, but like we can't have it because it's gonna take. There's a particular shop owner there that has been there for 60 years and we can't get rid of it. And you're like, yo, but like this is going to house like 1,700 people, right? Like it's going to create social housing with 1,700 people. Like I get it. Like the person's been there 60 years, but like, come on, man, for the greater good. Like,
if it was actual social housing, I reckon people would do it. But it never is. I don't want to get too thingy.
But do you know what I mean? This is my thing is that they're the kind of people that be like, no, this has been a cornerstone of the community, and you're like, yeah, but come on, bro, 1,700,000 homes. Like, let's just think with our brains for a little bit, innit? Like, it's all. I think sometimes in the quest for perfection, they shoot down good ideas.
It's just because we've been fucked so many times. And do you know what, Kay? You're right. Because as a human race, inherently, if I'm going to put my money on us making the right decision or the wrong decision, I'm putting my money on, you're going to fuck it up. They're going to fuck it. Bruv, we are Listen, and I'm not being negative here. I'm looking at the stats, innit? I'm looking at the player history. Yeah. I'm looking at the points. My projections are saying, you some stupid ass motherfuckers. But yeah, you're right. Like, I think, listen, nothing should be absolutes in it, and you're right. Like, but it's interesting. What you described there was a leftist person, but they're being a conservative because they just want to keep things how they are. They don't want to change how things are going, and that is a conservative trait. So it's interesting to hear that. That's in that. It's almost the same.
They will be like, oh yeah, this has been a cornerstone of the community, and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, but I'm not being funny, but it's just like, sometimes things have to fucking change. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or it's just like, we want to, it's like all these NIMBYs, bruv. Fuck them. Not in my backyards. These people, innit? amount of shit that people are like, oh yeah, no, we don't want that built here. Fuck off. Let's just build it, bruv.
Is it? But do you want it though? Would you mind it if they was to build like a 50 floor tower block behind your yard? Would you be okay with that?
There's no
think
space.
about it.
There's no
think
space
about
near
it.
my yard.
You would have. Oh, they'll make it, bruv. But that's what they do. There wouldn't be LTNs, but there'll be construction traffic. You know, like when they're doing stuff, digging up a pipe, you'd have that, but it might be a 10-year plan. I know this because this is actually happening somewhere near the studio, but they're building and it's going to be a 10-year plan of construction in a highly congested area already, and they're going to have to lock off the roads.
I think there's a lot of places in like zone 1 to 3 that you look at and you're like, come on, man, just
nice it up.
Yeah, like what they did with 9 Elms. Like I can't afford it, but
yeah, but that's the problem, though. that's the problem. Bro.
I can't afford it. No, but what they did was
it looks great.
So one of my brother's friends, right? He bought a flat there, 1.5 mil.
Wow, he's doing
cash,
nice.
Right?
Cash, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 1.5 mil. But he's pissed off because a proportion of the houses are social housing.
Well, but then it was built on what? What was the original house in there?
I think it was a lot of empty land in it around there. But you're like, I can sort of get it from his perspective.
What? Because he doesn't want to be around the great unwashed.
No, because it's not the great unwashed.
That's how he's being then, isn't it?
No, because it's certain drug addicts and stuff.
Yeah. It's great unwashed, isn't it? People that aren't doing so well with their lives.
Well, drug addict. No one wants a drug addict in their hands, though. Bro. Especially if I have to spend 1.5 mil on a flat. I don't want no drug addict.
So then take your 1.5 mil and move somewhere where you ain't got to be around drug addicts.
Well, I didn't know if I bought this, off plan.
All right.
I didn't know there's going to be drug addicts there, did I?
If you buy a house in London, anywhere, there should be small print, may contain drug addicts.
That's actually true.
Yeah. The way my mental health is going, may contain nuts. I'm just saying, bruv, yeah.
You know,
yeah, okay. I'm just saying, yeah.
Fair point.
They should have it. I'm trying to think what else they should have.
Points were made.
Yeah. They contain nitties.
Points were made.
I was just saying, anywhere in the M25.
No, you made your point. It's a fucking great point. It's like buying a Snickers and going, I'm allergic. It's got nuts in it. Fair enough. It might stink a piss when you turn a corner. Yeah, I get it.
It's like the people that come into Notting Hill and they're like, every year they have to do this noisy carnival. Blood, you move to Notting Hill.
No,
bro.
of course, yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
It's just, it is insane though. You spend 1.5 mil and then somebody goes, Sandra!
Made a bad decision. You get me? If I had some money to bet on human race making decision on housing.
They've got separate doors for...
Yeah, of course. They've got poverty, what do they call it? They call it poverty flats.
Yeah, but I sort of, when I understood why they did it, I get it.
Nah, you're horrible, bro. You're being horrible, Kae.
So listen.
As a social housing kid, yeah.
I was a social housing kid, right?
Yeah.
But when you spend 1.5 mil on a flat,
you
get access to concierge, gym, cinema room, co-working space, whatever. And then the social housing lot don't.
They get stairs.
Yes.
They get access to stairs.
And a lift.
And then let's not make that like it's always working. You know, that's why we don't mention that, because that's like a promise. There is
that particular development.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lift, but we don't talk about it that much because how often is it in use and how often does it work?
Well,
you know
I mean,
and do you want to use it? Because we know what it smells like. Piss.
It's a great place to
urinate.
To use a needle.
Yeah, urinate. Yeah.
No, I'll say something. Great place to take a spoon with you,
bruv. Telling you.
But no, I was never for that stuff.
What for? What?
If you're gonna build social housing properly.
Yeah, man. I mean, look.
Don't try and like mix the two.
I'm a very simple man, innit? Like, and I use simple words, not because I'm trying to be smart. Do you know what? By the way, Arnie did that. He got all the nerds, said all the stuff, and just put it into fucking and we got it, innit? It was great.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Like, social housing simple, innit, man? Like, put people in there that need it.
Exactly, but build a lot of it and actually like build communities.
Yeah, man. That's what they did back in the day.
What are these? So you know this whole 15-minute cities idea, yeah? I don't know where. Like, I think this is like American brain in it that has taken over, meaning that they think there's this conspiracy where if you have a 15-minute city that you're not allowed to leave it and you'll get shot. Like, when did this become a thing? Like 15, like the idea that they're like a lot of 15-minute cities, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what the government are trying to do. They're trying to make us all 15-minute cities to control us. It's like, why are you against having your doctors a 2-minute walk from you?
Bruv, they just want to give you a bit of convenience, man.
But they're like, nah, what they're gonna do after that is they're not gonna let you leave, and they're gonna watch your movements, so you're only allowed within that area. It's like, no, they're not, bruv. But it's just like, if you've got everything within 15-minute walk of you,
Yeah, man.
why?
So it's a random Thursday night, yeah? It's 7 o'clock. You've had your dinner a bit early. You got a hankering for some hummus, yeah? 15-minute city, back by 7:30, hummus in hand, eating away, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're not in a 15-minute city. You're finished, mate.
Yeah.
Back in the day, bruv, were those people that live far away?
Go and check out like maps of American suburbia.
Yeah, spiraling urbanization. That's how they do it, yeah.
But go and look, yeah. You know it's illegal for them to have like commercial buildings in some of those areas. Yeah. So if you want a bit of milk, you're traveling 45 minutes. Anyway,
get your groceries. No, I love a bit of convenience. Like I say, bro.
But they've turned it into this mad conspiracy theory where they're like, oh yeah, oh my God, if we have 15-minute cities, the government gonna come with their guns and they gonna shoot you. There's just a way to control you. And you're like, shut the fuck up, man. You can get your carrots in 5 minutes, bro. Like, why is this a issue? Oh, you can. Or
even in America, you can get some bullets in 15 minutes. You want to protect yourself, bruv. Get a gun. 15 minutes.
And also, a lot of people in the UK, you already live in a flipping 15-minute city.
Bro, I live in
What?
London for me.
I mean? Like,
London for me, the convenience is, bro. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that. Sometimes I walk into the shop and I'm like, how has a man filled a shop full of random stuff on the chance that I may want to pick it up?
Exactly,
bruv. There's our Bossman within 5 minutes of where we are right now, yeah, who has got a Snickers Duo, yeah, because that's what I want. Not a regular Snickers Duo ready for there, bro. What do you fancy from the shop, Kay? Right now,
skiing gear.
Right, maybe not that.
He's got that.
Do you know what?
I've got that.
He's probably got some ping pong bats in there, innit? Yeah, and a yo-yo somewhere in there. I can get you there. No, but he's got anything you want, bro.
Fidget
Any food.
spinner.
Yeah, he'll have that. Any food you want. If you were like, Marcus, I want some almonds right now. Bossman will say to me, caramelized, salted, or smoked. What do you want?
Bossman will also have some sandwiches that you shouldn't eat.
Never eat those sandwiches. I've never been that low.
I have.
Have you tried? You went for it?
I have eaten Bossman sandwiches before.
Do they taste as sad as they look,
bro? Bro?
Yeah.
You know, first of all, you know it's fucked up, yeah? When it's like, you look at a sandwich and it's like chicken tikka masala sandwich.
Yeah.
You're like...
The combo here. What's going on there?
What do you mean a chicken tikka masala sandwich, bro? So anyway, I've had a few of those before in my time.
Can you share what the moments were leading up to that? Like, because I feel like there's a story.
I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. I went in, whatever. Enough. And let me tell you, it was not... that. As soon as you take the bite of that bread, you're like, okay, I get this. I understand. I understand why people...
Yeah.
And then the next
I don't know if I'd have more fun eating the packaging for it. Like, the cardboard looks like it might have a bit more...
Oh, man. Like...
less disappointment.
But then, yeah, man. Honestly, just don't... Like, if you've ever... I've bought corner shop sandwiches, and the next day has not been fun.
Nah. And shout out to whoever's bought the rogue samosa. You know, like there's like the single samosa sitting next to the sandwich and stuff. Like always like one.
But also, what's worse? Buying food from a petrol station or buying food from a corner shop? I reckon petrol station, because you've got all those fumes
just seeping into
your... Like, it can't be healthy to buy a sandwich from a petrol station.
I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? You've got like just like fumes going into your bread, in it. Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
What, you've got unleaded white bread?
4-star diesel flavored Subway sandwich.
Yeah, can I? Yeah, that's nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, man, 100% now. Now, you know what? Shout out to you. If you've ever gone into one of those shops and you've tried to consume that stuff, then you know what? Braver person.
Let me know if you've had any corner shop sandwiches.
Trying to think what the riskiest thing I've done like that.
It's always South Asian flavors as well, those sandwiches. Like
spiced, yeah.
There's never a it's a tuna mayo.
Do you know what? I've never even. Do you know what? Whenever I see them, I look at them and I go, not today.
Mad.
Yeah, I go, right, that's mad. I've never even investigated that far. I see them and I always go, if there's one samosa there, who bought the rest? That's what I always think is like, who's bought the rest of the samosas for that one lonely one there, just sitting there, looks a little bit warmer than it should. Do you get me? doesn't look fresh. Because I love a samosa.
Do you? Yeah.
Well, no, not from there. But I like a samosa. I love a samosa. But see that one in the shop, the big one? Nah.
Yeah. Let us know. Anyway, we should get out of it.
We should do.
Come to the live show. Remember, get your tickets now. Link is in the description.
Yes.
Also, make sure you share this with a friend. If you haven't signed up to the Patreon, which is where we're going to go in a minute, sign up there as well. You get all of our content early and ad-free, plus bonus episodes every week, and the chance to ask us Clueless questions.
And the chance to have input on some stuff, which I want to talk about on the Patreon episode when we get into it as well. They came back with some really cool stuff, Raft, on the Patreon as well.
Lovely to hear that.
All right, man. Be in your ear hole soon. Peace.